Now my mic's working. Alright. IFR Division 2, Round 7, France. Who was the first car out on track today? Old Smokey's first car out on track today. Take a peek here at the standings. So he's also another decent turnout for, I believe this would be 7 races in a row that this lobby's had, or this division's had at least 18 people. Not many of them check in, but God, do they show up on race time. Quite impressive. I believe it's 27 laps. 27 laps around here in France, so should be an eventful 27 laps. It seems like every week this division alone has battles on battles on battles, and then, you know, it usually comes down to, I would say, the last 10 laps, and that's when we usually have a decider. Solar, I want to see, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, someone probably will. I'll get a ping in like 2 seconds, guarantee it. I believe Solar might be going for his 3rd or 4th straight win. Not too sure. As if he's Smokey here, setting the first timed lap. So yes, as the standings sit now, we have Solar in first with 93, Tom behind him in second with 72, Bob Ross in third with 63, and Aspect in fourth, 1 point off of Bob Ross is 62. Then after that, Young Liam in fifth with 38, FaZe Popke in sixth with 35, Adrian in seventh with 28, Jackie Chan in eighth with 26, Josh in ninth with 21 after an impressive debut last week, and Azan in the red in 10th with 18. Smokey puts down a 1:33.15 to start off the time lapse. Popke goes on the start of his lap. What else do we have here coming across the line? Q with a 1:31.605. Bob Ross 1:31.216. Now the problem with these first couple of laps is you always got to take it with a grain of salt with these guys, because you'll see them put down, in my opinion, which would be like division 4 times, and then their last 2 time laps they start clicking off like a second and a half. So could be different here in France. I don't know. Blue Frog with the 1:41 as expected. See what Azan will get it coming across the line. 1:30.6. So he's the first one in the 1:30s. Aspect coming around final turn on a set of mediums. Don't expect a quick lap from him. FaZe Popke has invalidated his lap, so he's probably going to take another push lap here. Solar also invalidated. Don't know what his plan will be. Everyone's kind of just going in the pits. This is, I believe it's a DVF's debut race for McLaren. Rocking the Lando Norris helmet. He seems to be on a quick lap. He's the second one into the 130s with a 130.9. Shadow shot coming around the final turn. We'll see what he puts in. .133. Stories with a 131.8. Not too bad. Blue Frog didn't improve. He actually did worse. Aspect can probably go into the pits here for a set of softs. Is on into the pits. These pop keys on a lap. Let's see what he does. .131.6 puts him in P6 for now. Bazaza has invalidated his lap. Let's see if there's anyone else actually on a push lap. Blue Frog's invalidated. There's Shadows behind him. Not sure if he's on a push, but if he is, he's getting a tow. Not sure where he was going. Smokey's on an out lap. I believe Stories is on another push lap. Nope, in the pits. Just on the same pace. Who else do we have out? Solar's coming out on his out lap. Tom's on an out lap. I apologize. I didn't realize that Adrian took pole with a 136.3. Q's going on another lap. Formation lap. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the lobby today. That's the only thing I will say about this game. It has a lot of issues with the lobby. So it looks like we've gained 2 people. So now we have Dan the Man in the other Red Bull seat and Jackie Chan in the other Aston Martin seat. So we have a 20 in the lobby. So as you see below the race strategies. No doubt this will be a 2-stop race. What I've heard, just paying attention in general the last couple of days, people practicing on this track. Apparently this track eats tires. So I'm curious to see if we'll have any different strategies as far as, you know, saving tires. If there's going to be people who just don't care and go for it, try to get a gap in the beginning. We'll see. Adrian being in that P1 spot is definitely a prime position for him. He's got pace. He just a lot of the time gets stuck in a pack and he can't get around people, or you know, one thing leads to another and he gets taken out. One of those two things. But now that he's got that clean air and that space in front of him, if he can get away in turn 1, might be a long day for the people behind him. Like I said, I believe Solar might be going for his 3rd or 4th win. I've lost track, but besides that, Haas with an impressive qualifying, P4 and P5. They're usually strong every week. See if, you know, they can help each other get into turn 1. Might have Aspect cover the inside for Tom or something along those lines. So we shall see. I believe the last car is lining up on the grid now. We should have 5 lights here shortly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And they're off. That was Aspect with a beautiful start. I believe we have a clean turn 1. Like I said, Adrian here, man. If Adrian can get that space he needs to run away, he's going to be a problem. Phase Popke going up from 9th to 6th in the first turn. Aspect also going from 5 to 3. Just impressive start. I don't know how he does it so good on the start, but it's usually every week. We have Tom Welsh and Phase Popke side by side in the chicane. See if he leaves in the room. I have to give credit where credit is due. That Division 2 had the perfect start in the turn 1. Should have a nice race here. You can see on the map down there, little gap kind of starting to form between what is that? P6? No, P9, P10. So that front pack's already pulling a little gap away from Adrian. I said, if he can just keep his pace up and run a clean race, he's going to be a problem. He's going to steal his first win here, I believe. I believe it's his first win. I might be wrong again. I'll get corrected in general. I'll get a ping in like 2 seconds. Anything close going on back here? No, everyone's kind of just got the speed. As you can see, there's a 1.3 second gap between 10th and 9th. So Like I said, the pit strategy here, you got a one stop hardest to soft around 15 and 21st when your pit window will open, or you can go for a two stop, which would be absolutely nuts. Don't know why anybody would do that. I've been corrected by J2. Adrian has 100,628 wins, so obviously he plays the game a lot. Thanks for the tip there, J2. He did win the sprint last week. I did forget about that. Counts as a win. Really, not much going on. Anything going on with the back of the pack here? Frog and Dan fighting our, wonderful head director of the FIA and our other head director of the FIA. Hopefully I bet you they're hoping for a clean race today, so they don't have 100 tickets to deal with, which is usually a good thing with this league. A little bit I don't know what was going on back there. I think DVF has lagged out, so someone hopefully invites him back. Aspect in P2, almost pulling a second on Solar. But like I said, Adrian, man, I would say he is one of the more consistent people through all 5 divisions. He just gets caught up in so much, I'm going to call it trash, in the middle of the field. Like this, you gave him the clean air, he got a great start, and now he's a 1.8 second gap, 3 laps in. Issue in sector 1 and 2, what do we have? Doesn't look like anything. So, it looks like P4 through P7 are right on top of each other. Q might be looking to make a move here on Smokey on this lap or the start of the next lap. DVF's made it back in. Blue Frog is now right on the back of young Liam, battling for P12. And someone back there spun. Jackie Jan spun. And Adrian is just getting faster. DVF with the first 3-second penalty, unfortunate. Timmy is in the pits. A bold move there, buddy. Let's see how it works out. Smokey with a 3-second. See if Tom gets a good run out of this turn down the straight. DRS is open. It's going to be a big train, unfortunately, it looks like. Look at the gap Adrian is pulling. He went from 1.8 to 2.2 in half of a lap. Oh, Ozan makes a move on Tom. Tom's going to dive back to the inside here. Gonna pull out. Oh, nope, Tom's still there. Still there. He's going to make the move on the inside. Tom seems to be falling back just a tad. Looks like Bob might be trying to put the moves on Tom. Ozan might have a run and phase down here in the straight. Doesn't look that way. Got a better exit. So P3 to about P7 are all together. Then there is a 1.5 second gap, as you see, and then you have Adrian, who's, like I predicted, if he ever starts in P1, he's going to run away with a race. Unless someone has some crazy master plan for a pitch strategy. As I say that, I'm staring at Ferrari. We all know they don't have a pitch strategy. To undercut him or something crazy. I believe Adrian's going to run away with this one. You got Bob going to make a move on Tom here. at him. So far, so good here in this Div 2 race. Not too many incidents, just clean, hard racing. Tom have a run here at Arizona and regain that position. Liam with a 3-second time penalty. They're just in a just in a big train, unfortunately. Solar might be playing the tire conservation game here because I know he can make a run at Aspect. So he might be thinking of some crazy undercut. Q's still there behind Smokey. I don't think they've been battling, I just think they've been maintaining their positions. I don't want to make the guys in the back think they're forgetting about it. Who is that? Planet Football spun again. And Timmy's lagged out. So that's what understand why it makes sense why he pitted. Or no, he's not lagged out. He's just ghosted because he's being lapped, I believe. Oh, Q finally makes that move on Smokey. Looks like they're going to battle into the next few turns. Let's give it a watch. Oop. Nice shots by Smokey to regain that position back. He was smushed in between two Williams. And it looks like Oliver might get a run at him here down the front straight. Go to the outside of him. Well, Tom all over the back of the Mercedes. Smokey with a 3-second time penalty. Tom's gonna be able to get a run at odds on here. He's falling out of DRS, I believe. Yep. Tom's gonna make the move on him. He's gonna slot right in behind him. So now we're starting to get a little gap between P4 and P5. A little bit of a lag there. Don't know what happened with that. Now they're side by side down the straight. Three wide coming through here. Would have loved to see Bob Ross shoot that gap right through the middle. Oh, looks like we had a little bit of an incident there. Leave that for the FIA to review. Bob's just sitting and plodding and ends up sliding up 2 positions there in the P5. Like I said, now with all that battling, there is now a 2.2 second gap between P4 and P5. So. Ozon's gonna go back for the move down into turn 1. Bob just slams the door and says, "Not today." Tom falling all the way to P8. So I don't know if he lost grip there or there's a little bit of contact. Of course, will be reviewed after the race. Ozon getting a good run down here. I believe he's definitely within DRS. He's definitely reeling him in. So from about P8, there's a battle for P9. P9, P10, and P11 are all within striking distance of each other, but from P8 on, it's kind of just little pockets of battles. You got both of the alphas just kind of maintaining their pace, running behind Aspect. You got Adrian, who's not gaining as much as he was last lap. Now I've seen some stuff, and I'm not going to say this is kind of dodgy here, but Timmy's in last, running in front of Adrian, and I believe he's giving him DRS down every straight. Questionable tactics here. See if that wing opens. That's questionable. That's questionable. Looks like Bob opened a little bit of a gap there on Ozon. Tom seems to be losing. Looks like he lost about 2/10. Always going for the move on Aspect. Right down the inside on him. That might slow him up. I'll let Popke catch him and go by him too. Oh, Ozon's in the pits. Looks like he's maybe going for an undercut. And I just want to clarify, I wasn't saying, like, oh my god, Alpha are cheating. I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying pulling something off like that is genius. I don't think you can penalize for it because Timmy and Adrian are decently the same pace, so Timmy's probably just outrunning Adrian. Should he let him by? Yeah, most likely, but why would you let your teammate by if you can give him DRS and open his gap more? We all would do the same thing. Every single one of us. Sector 3. Playing football is retired in the pits. Aspect tried to make a move down the inside there. So the Aspect and Solar pretty much race each other every day, so we're probably in for a treat here. Looks like. Oh. Planet Football's AI is coming back out on the track. Aspect with a 3-second time penalty, unlucky. Solar sets up to defend Aspect's push down here on this straight. Gonna make a dive bomb attempt here on the inside? No. To be fair, I've seen Aspect do it before and it always works out for him, so I fully expected a dive there. Adrian's still maintaining that 3.9 second gap here. For the people that start on hardest, I think the pit window still opens up in about 4 laps. I think it's at about 15 to 21. So Aspect leaves enough room for Poppy to get a look down the inside. Looks like Poppy's deploying some ERS down the... Oh, he just walks by Aspect. All that though, look, Adrian is gaining another 2/10, I think it was. Oh, Bob Ross is in the pits. See if he stretches. You going to another setup? Nope. See if he'll stretch a set of mediums. No, he's going on the hards. That's right, Bob started on the mediums. Tom Welch with a 3-second penalty. Popke might be running a little faster than Solar, so blitz him through here. Now these two race together for IXR, so I'm sure they're probably in a party, and they're probably talking about who's pitting first. So we might see Popke dive into the pits here first. So sector 2 and 3 incident. Probably someone just slowing down. Don't know who this Ryan Patrick W guy is who keeps joining and leaving, but he's Aspect, but don't know what that was there for Aspect, but it's definitely on stream. Sector 1, 2, and 3. We have a safety car for what? Timmy with the DNF. I believe he retired in the pit though. Don't think of the full safety car, it's probably just a virtual. Everyone diving into the pits here, going to the mediums. Look at Blue Frog, DVFF, and Young Liam who stayed out. DVFF a 3-second time penalty because he was driving in fucking Italy there. Ozon with a 3-second time penalty. I've been pinged in general. You're right, keep an eye on the pit lanes. Thank you for saying that. As we thought, Aspect did it beautifully. Aspect might be going for an undercut here. Don't believe anyone back here is going to need a pit, but we'll take a look at the tires. Dan gonna dive in the pits here? No, he's not. So your top 7 are still in the original hards they started on, and you have Dan down there. Same kind of concept, just not really running for anything. See, the safety car has lifted here. Let's see. There's a bunch of 3 seconds. Smokey's got 9. Dan's got 6, so DVF has 6. Let's see who's gained the most. Young Liam's gained 12 positions, and Blue Frog's next to him in 10. That's of course because they both haven't pitted yet, but Face Poppy going from P9 to P2 so far. Now it's all going to be down to the pits. Adrian a little sketchy going into the pit lane there. Popke's kind of sketchy. Soul is kind of sketchy. It's going to be hard. We implemented a rule in the pit lanes to where you got to stay to the outside. If you guys are gonna have some issues with that, we have Blue Frog leading a Div 2 race. This is the scenes, the scenes. Adrian's on his way out, so this could benefit. Well, Aspect's undercut worked. He jumped right in front of Solar. Solar must have had a terrible pit stop. Oh, they had to reset the track directly in front of me. So the top three still need to pit, and Q needs to pit. So this could get interesting. Of course, now the front runner is going to be tangled up in incidents, so it's going to slow them all down. So it should tighten them up. Adrian's on fresh mediums though, so once these three dive in the pits, it's just going to take off. Frog stays out. What is this guy doing? Liam stays out. This is gonna allow. Oh. We just drove out on the track and stopped in the pit lane. Solar's pushing. Adrian's gonna walk by Frog here. Frog's on dead tires. So, if I had to call the race right now, if this was the last lap, I'm saying Adrian's gonna take the win here. He's now gonna be in clean air on fresh mediums. He's just going to run away, barring a safety car, which Div 2 is known for. That last couple lap drama, adding a safety car in there. But we'll see. I can do my math correctly. It looks like Adrian has a 5-second gap to Popke. Frog and Liam should dive into the pits. You would hope. If Frog stays out, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket to England to smack him in the face. Frog dives in. Liam stays out. Oh, Popke has a 3-second time penalty now. How did I miss that? Aspect and Liam battling in turn one. This probably won't end well. Aspect's another one. You put him on fresh tires, that man can drive. So probably just dropped off 4/10 off that lead that Adrian has. 10 laps to go here. Really not much going on in the way of battles. P1 through 5 have penalties. Solar sitting there with nothing, which might be a benefit for him. And then P7 through 11 have pens. So Q was running a good race, but I think he waited a little too long to pit, which didn't benefit him in the end. Frog the same way. Well, Frog doesn't have pens, he's in P12, so Oh, and as you see, Adrian has now opened that gap back up on Popke, so it looks like Solar's kind of closing the gap on Nestorius in front of him. But I'd be willing to say Adrian is clear here. There's really no contention unless he pops another 3-second penalty. That could spice things up a little bit. But let's check in on the penalties. Oh, so our leaders both have 5-second penalties. I'm going to assume it for speeding in the pit lane. We have a battle for P4 going on. All that battling they did allowed Solar to just reel them in. J2's over here doing his usual general chat patrolling. He's like the admin of general. Because I don't know anything else he does. Just patrols patrols general, and just pings certain people when someone says some dumb shit. Shout out J2. Liam with another 3-second time penalty as Solar walked by him as well. Again. Now will Solar be able to reel in Nestorius here? If he can reel in Nestorius and start closing the gaps on Aspect and get up there behind Aspect, that 5-second time penalty is going to really affect those two guys in P1 and P2. Solar and Liam are side by side. Liam's hanging in there. Not just going to let Solar breeze by him this time. The barring a safety car or a mistake from Adrian. Well, yeah. I think he might still have this one in the bag. That 5-second penalty is going to be a killer though. Actually, I believe, let me take that back, because I don't want to say someone doesn't do anything. I believe J2 was our F2 admin before F2 kind of fell off a cliff, because I do remember him placing everybody, putting the people with the role, so take that back. Big shout out J2. We might have Solar make a move here on Nestorius. Oh, he fell back a little bit. This is the move the Solar needs to get done. And then he just needs to close that gap on Aspect. Do another penalty check. Still 3-3 and 5s in the front. Solar goes around the outside of Nestorius. I've never seen an overtake in that turn like that. But this is where Solar's got to put his head down and just go for it. Like I said, I say this every week. Let me see Crofty let his dog out and commentate at the same time. He can't. Hold the L. The best part is I can walk away and nothing changes. Solar really hasn't closed the gap. Aspect has closed the gap on Popke just a bit. Adrian's extended his gap by a second and a half. We have a full safety car. Full safety car. Like I said, and I would have put my paycheck on it, Div 2 likes the drama. So now, the issue that we're going to run into is Adrian and Popke both have 5-second penalties. Aspect has a 3-second penalty. They're all going to be on fresh hards. I mean, fresh hards. What am I talking about? Fresh softs. I would assume. Does Solar just play the let me get to the end of this race game and keep them all within a couple, like within 2 seconds? Or do you think we're going to have some battling? Adrian to me. Popke's in. Aspects in. Solar's in. Astorius is in. Tom's in. Hobbs in. Aspect must have hired the Red Bull pit team for the weekend because Adrian and FaZe served their 5-second time penalties. So makes it interesting now because now FaZe and Adrian will battle. And Solar's there too without a penalty. Of course, there's always the opportunity to get your 3-second removed if you were unfairly given a track limits penalty, because we can all attest that some of the track limits we get in this game are a little sketchy. It looks like we have Jackie Chan kind of coming through the final turns here. If he's going in, I think we're going to have 2 laps of racing. I don't think the safety car can stay out a whole another lap. Might be wrong. I believe it's going to stay out a whole another lap. Yep, the safety car is going to stay out a whole another lap. Yep. So next time these fellas are crossing the line, the safety car should be in, and that'll be the start of the 26th lap here, the IFR French Grand Prix. Of course, we're in round 7. I believe this. I want to say the season is set to end December 16th. We're gonna take a 2-week break and come back with a whole new schedule. Hopefully we'll implement some street tracks and whatnot. New drivers to sneak in there. Yep. Looks like when these guys are across the line, we'll have 2 laps of racing left. The Div 2's got a thing for the late lap drama. Yeah, there's no shot the safety car waits for this Aston Martin to catch up since he decided to pit this lap instead of the other lap, so. Safety car is in. Adrian's probably got the rev glitch here. The rule in IFR is you can't drop below 50 in an unnecessary spot on a safety car restart to give yourself an advantage. So that's why you see me turn the telemetry on, just to keep everything kosher and in check. See if Adrian can get one of those crafty restarts here. And he's off. Take it off here. Oh, beautiful restart run. It's exactly what he needed. Oh, Aspect's not even deploying battery. I mean, all out sprint. Oh, sector 1. Phase pop. All the way down to P13. Oh, we're gonna get a run on the Merc here. Deploying. Aspects. Right there on Adrian. So we're gonna get the move done on the Nestorius. Yep, right around the inside. Oh, the Nestorius hangs in there. It was Tom. Beautiful lunge. Tom up in the P4. Aspect is all over the back of Adrian. What do we got going on here? It's like phase pop, you might have got tangled up in the end and just unlucky. We're in such a great race all day. Aspect with the fastest lap. Who's making a move on Adrian? This is not what Adrian needed. It's always a little bit too far back to actually get a good run, so. With Aspect having the penalty. I believe our final, well, let me not, time at penalty. I think we're going to have a Adrian P1 and Solar P2, and I'm not going to do the math to figure out who ends up P3. That is not my job. see how we here. Yep. Blue Frog manages to jump up to P5 with all the penalties. So we have Adrian and AlphaTauri P1, Solar and Alfa Romeo P2, Aspect and Tom P3 and P4 for Haas. Great point for them. Shocker from Ferrari with P5 and P6. And then you have Bazaza P7, Notorious Azan in P8 and P9, and Jackie Chan in P10. Now this is all before the FIA does their thing and whatnot. So I believe the front two will be clear. Front two should be fine. So I would just like to say I'm a prediction goat. I did say Adrian's going to win this race. So, congrats Adrian on the victory here. Great points for AlphaTauri. They need it since, Alfa Romeo did open up a 75-point gap. Doesn't help the Solar finish P2, but there are your final results. Aspect with the fastest lap with a 132.3. So that's all for IFR Div 2 of France. We have Div 1 up tomorrow, which should be streamed hopefully. So we'll see.